When you're ready for the holiday party, but even more ready for the after party. DSW.
Good morning. Good morning as things go clash and boom all over the kitchen room. Why do we call it a living room but not a kitchen room? Why is it a dining room and a bedroom and a bathroom, but it's not a kitchen room? It's not a joke. I'm just wondering out loud. Just thought of that. I think from now on I'm going to call it a kitchen room, Penny. Am I right? We don't call it just, oh, I'm going to go to the bath. I'm going to go to the bed. We finish everything up with the room, right? So that's what I think. Food room, food prep room. Scullery. CCS, that's a great word. Welcome to the 1700s. Scullery maids. We all liked their outfits. Shh. Don't admit it, Free. Free wants Carrie to dress up as a scullery maid for Thanksgiving. Hey, do you do that? Is that such a thing? Is there such a thing where you dress up for Thanksgiving? Or are we through with the dress up? Is dressing up done for now? Are we allowed to dress up for Thanksgiving? I'll be a pilgrim. Well, it's that away, pilgrim. Who was that? Who did I just act like? Come on, who? That's the only movie star I can do. Who was that? Very good, Daniel. Cleany knows. Cleany and I used to do them all the time when we were shooting our slingshots. It's your turn, slinging. Well, pilgrim, they went that away. That guy was the worst actor I've ever seen in my whole life. He was terrible. He's almost as bad as Nicolas Cage. Sorry, Nick. Nick, I don't get it. I don't see it. It's not there for me. Okay? Brock's okay with them. I'm like, I think there's a lot of family connections in there, Cleany. Remember how you and I, we were never really down with Nicolas Cage being some hero saving a plane. No, not really. Nerdy John Wayne completely, no. John, get out of here. Why was he such a big thing? He wasn't even all that handsome. Sam Elliott was way better. I'm supposed to sing to Alan today? Okay, is that right? Oh, maybe. I forgot completely yesterday to sing to CCS and Vegas. I'm sorry for that. Happy birthday, Alan. Penny, I don't care for John Wayne. I actually sort of avoid his movies. It's just like, I'd rather watch Rock Hudson pretend to be a Western guy. How awkward was that? Now that you know what you know about Rock Hudson, How about watching him be a sheriff of a western town now? You know what I'm talking about? I almost can't watch that. I'm having a hard time watching this movie, Rock. You're a great guy and everything. No judgment, but I'm having a hard time fitting you in to that role. Okay? Where's Audie Murphy? Where's Audie Murphy when we need him? Daniel knows exactly what I'm talking about. Rock? Just stick with your Doris Day movies. Okay? Herbie, stop it. I expect that from Jesus Christ, not from you. Okay? Oh, it's not even birthday. It's not even Alan's birthday today. What? He's trying to sneak one in there on us? Weekends don't count. I didn't even. No. Alan, that's very sneaky. No. What? We might let you get by with it because there's a lot of effort in it. But come on. Herbie, are you in Australia right now? Okay, please don't forget to push the. I'm just trying to warm us up here this morning, guys. Are you laughing out there? Give me 10 people. Give me 10 people, including Niffer Mama, who's laughing right now. Good morning, Jackson. 2 hawks! That's a terrible hawk, Pops. Okay. Alan, you can do anything you want with that, like, pal. Do anything you want with it. Happy birthday to you. Okay? Caw, caw. That's better. That's a little better. Caw, caw. Do it at home. Do it at home. I dare you, Daniel Cunningham, free. You're on a roof somewhere. I know you're doing a solar panel install. Caw, caw. Just do it. You don't get it? That sounds like a chicken out of my shop. Do it. Do it. All right? And you have to be honest. Whoever does it, whoever caws out loud right now, 2 of them, out loud, I don't care where you are, your bedroom, your car, you're at work, you can do it quiet. Caw. No one will have to know. Whoever does it can move forward to the next round. If you don't caw out loud, forget it, don't participate. Ready? Okay, you guys, Daniel did it. Do it. You have to caw, like twice, and I'd like to see your head move up. I really think it would be fair. Yes, it has to be out loud. All right? You have to send it to me. No, we're going to take your word for it. But I'd like to see your head turn just a little like this, almost like you're a bird, and you're looking up. Okay? You guys ready? All right, all caws can move forward to the next round. If you didn't caw, you don't even deserve to try to rip us off. Okay? Everybody else cawed. Here we go. Caw 1 through 50. Caw 1 through 50. If you didn't caw, please don't put a number on the line. Give me 3 numbers, 1 through 50. Caw. All right. I'm in court and I still cawed. You're the man. All right, wait a minute. There it is. I'm passing him by. There's somebody just got it, but I'm passing him by. I'm passing 2 of them by because I'm passing 3 of them by. 3 of them. Because I just sent stuff to them. Sorry. I passed 3 of you. 3 of you had it right. 4. Number 4, I haven't sent anything to Laura Devine in quite some time. There were a lot of 15s. 15 was the answer. Derek Anderson, I'm taking your prize from you. Danny Singleton, he had a 15, taking his prize from him. Penny Pack, she had a 15, taking the prize from him. And I'm just going to go ahead and award it to the next 15, Laura Devine. By the way, it was Laura Devine. Oops. Laura, you're going to have a divine prize coming to you. Okay? And the others of you that feel ripped off, actually, I'd rather you not feel ripped off. I'd rather you feel generous. I have forwarded my prize that I could have won. I was number 3. I could have won. Caw-caw, caw-caw. But I decided to send it to Laura Devine. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Danny. Danny, poor Danny's gotten about 15 Pops boxes in the last 3 days. I'm like, your postman's going to start questioning you, Danny. Jolie sent me a letter the other day. I'm trying to send her something. She goes, Pops, you're the most generous man in the whole world, blah, blah, blah. She's going on telling me how wonderful I am. At the end of it, she says, but I don't want it. Well, I've never been so hurt in my whole life until I read the final line. She said the people in her building are starting to look at her sideways because they're like, why is she getting little white boxes and we're not? She said, Pops, I'm nervous. Don't send me a white box for a minute. Okay. We got to work with you in that. The whole building's against her. The whole building's looking at her going, how come you get white boxes and we don't? What's in them? She's like, let me, I'll get back to you on that. Poor thing. Eggs. Poor thing. Goes, I can't get any more for a while. I'm like, I told her, go get a P.O. box. Okay? CCS is saying, just spray paint the box, Pop. Thank you, Trip and Vic. Anyways, I love you. See, I love Jolie very, very much. You guys behind the scenes, she's incredibly supportive. Don't you love that they're all white boxes? I mean, now that we're doing the bigger boxes, the beginner boxes and the pop, so I have to use brown boxes, but I love the little white boxes. Okay. Caw-caw. What did you win? What did you win? Laura Devine. I'm going to send you an 8th. I'm going to send you an 8th. 3.5 grams. Laura Devine. Which do you want? Do you want ODPE or do you want Ghost? Which would you prefer, my dear? Since we've all cacawed together for the morning. We're waiting on Laura to give a divine answer. Which would she prefer? She's going ghosty. Ghost for the win. Laura, send me your address today, please, at the DetroitMushLab.net, and I'll get this out to you today, along with I have a couple other packages, stuff I didn't mail yesterday. If somebody is like going, I wonder where my package is. I didn't mail anything yesterday. I took the day off of going to the mailbox yesterday, so I'm a day behind. I'll catch up with everything today. 1 day behind's not that bad. It's very rare for me to even get behind, but I did get behind, and boop, here I am. 1 day. So I have a few boxes from yesterday that I didn't ship that'll get out today with everything else. Sound good? Hold on 1 second. How funny. I feel like cacawing again. Give me 5 people that say Pops or cacao one more time. I just feel like it. It's especially if I look up, there's something very being nature about it. Okay. CCS, can I do it one more time? Let me just do it one more time, you guys. I know it's a little goofy. You guys can't do it at home. Shh. Don't tell the boss. Don't tell your wife anything. Just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, cuckoo, cuckoo. And do it as loud as you can. Okay. You have to look up, Daniel. You don't look up. It's like, who does a straight ahead cacaw? Okay? Nobody. Yeah, you have to look up. Oh, I feel bad for the people at work. They're like, did did uh, did that did that Carol just? Is there a bird in here? I love you guys. Have a good day on that one. Do it rando. Sometime in the middle of the afternoon, you're picking the kids up from school. You pull up in the station wagon, the Volvo station wagon. They're getting in. You turn around, say, "How was your day?" Cuckoo, cuckoo. Don't give them a chance to answer. Okay, honey, honey, I'm coming home. Did you want me to pick up some bread and some milk for you? Cuckoo, cuckoo. Okay. All right. So there's different ways you could use this today. Different ways. I know, Jesus Christ, please get involved all the time. Cleany's thinking about it. He's going, Pops, I could definitely throw a caca or two out there today. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do it all day, Laura says. I know she will. If you guys met Laura in person and those beautiful blue eyes and she's cacawing at you, oh, you won't know what's happening. Nipper and Cleany are gonna cacaw at each other. Hey, baby, cacaw, cacaw. Eggs is gonna use it as a love call. Okay? Oh, jeez. I don't know why I'm laughing so much at a cacaw. Two Hawks, we love your name, I think. We love it. Okay. Free. Free. I want to make sure you did it from the roof, bro. Give it a cacaw. Cacaw, cacaw. Straight from he's higher up than most of us. Jolie, open up the apartment. She's in a high rise. Open up the window, cacaw outside. You'll probably be the highest cacaw of the group. Jolie, I bet. My bet is Jolie's going to give the highest cacaw. Okay? Trippy's going to walk in and she won't even say hello. She just going to cacaw. Do it. See, this is why it's fun to be goofy. It is fun to be Gary. It is fun. It is important. These morning laughter things, what's the best medicine besides psilocybin? Maybe even better. Laughter. Laughter. Anybody could be depressed. Now trying to make people laugh. Walk in the room. Clown it up. Isn't there some story, Hags? Isn't there a deal where you use more muscles? Which one do you use more muscles? To laugh or to frown? To smile or to frown? Which one is it? I think it's your to frown. It takes more muscles to frown. So we have to work harder at frowning than we do at smiling. That's the deal, right? It's like, we're working out. Or, hey. It's like that was like a lot less friction and isometrics. And I'm going to frown right now. That's what I think it is. Okay? Turn that frown upside down. That's such a good saying. Did you know that Isaac Newton predicted the end of the world? Pretty smart dude. He had his finger on a lot of ideas. Apples were dropping and hitting him on the head, and he's going, I know what that means. Apple hit me on top of the head. I know what year the Earth's gonna end. I know. I can tell you now. He says it's gonna end in 2060. 2060. It's close to believing him. Look around, global warmers. It's happening. Could it happen in 2060? By 2060, could we be done? What if Newton's only off by, like, say, 40 years? 3,000. 2060. He's like, how did he know? He's dialed in. Who back in the 1600s said it's going to be 2060? And here we are, like, we're right on the edge of, whoa, is it going to be 2060 or not? Here we are. He was figuring it out scientifically. $2060. I'm not going to be here. Who's still, of you guys here listening, who's still going to be here in 2060? I know, CCS, what if he's only wrong by minus 40 years? What if it's just add 40 years? Who's going to be here in 2060? Based off of normal life expectancy. Based off of, see, Mizu says, Mizu's our baby. So Mizu says he's going to be 61 in 2060. 61. Just about my age. A tiny little bit less than me. And Edison and you are going to figure it out together. Kevin's going to be around. Higgs is going to be in his 90s. That's good, Higgs. Mizu's still doing tea in 2060. Jonathan K., you should be around. You're in such good shape, and you're still a good young man. I am not going to be around in 2060. Isn't that weird? I'm not. Boop, I'll be out. I need somebody to tell me if he was right. Should I count on Kevin? Kevin, should we do like one of these Back from the Dead talk things? Set up a day in 2060 that I'll send you a signal and you can ask me? RX Mizu will be Pops in 2060. CCS, it's unsettling to even think we're not going to be here. Just add a couple of years to this one and we're not even going to be here. And let alone the whole planet not being here. Like, boop, we wiped ourselves out. I don't know if I believe this story I'm going to tell you guys. Yeah, who's going to be doing tea, Higgs? You know, it's not unusual. Simpsons, how long has The Simpsons lasted? Are The Simpsons about 30, 40 years? The Simpsons are up there 30, 40 years, right? How long have they lasted? You guys, somebody knows that rando question. What if tea just lasts as long as The Simpsons so far? If we could just keep up with The Simpsons, we'll be okay. 25 years? I think more. I'd say 30 years for The Simpsons. We could do that. Caw-caw! We could do that. I don't know if I believe this story, but I'm going to read you guys a rando. 34, Slingy, thank you. We could do that. 35, when you look at it, doesn't sound that long. It really doesn't. So we're going to have to be teaching Kevin how to take over. We'll have to slip Kevin into the spot. I think Kevin's going to be the last of the Tahikans. Bill T is eternal. The last of the Tahikans. Right, Cleany? Cleany's like, don't you mean Mohicans, Pops? Nope. Nope, I'm going to write a book. How about this? More people die. We're talking about death right now, unfortunately. More people die from sandcastles than do from sharks. Is that a true or false question, Pops? No, I'm just reading it off the rando. This says it's true. How can that be? Eggs can get, I don't understand it, eggs. How's a sandcastle killing me? Is this a true fact? I have to look it up. We need further consideration on this one. Bob Johnson demands that it not be true. Digging the holes and the sand collapses on top of you? How many people have died from sand collapses? CCS is going microscopic. More people died from sandcastles than they do from sharks. As people fall into holes that are dug up for building those castles, more people fall into these holes than any are being attacked by sharks. Trip and fall. See you later, sandhead. More people are dying from the holes they dig in the sand than from the little monsters that are swimming right at the water's edge that want you. That is crazy. Niffer, I'm starting to believe it now. I don't want to believe it, but I'm starting to. That's not jumping off of a 4-foot ladder, right? Except that then the water probably comes in. You might even drown in your hole. Like, what if you're just knocked out for a second or a few minutes, and then all of a sudden, water pours in? Niffy, I was the worst sandcastle maker anyways. I didn't have the patience. I do now. Almost 5% of New Yorkers have a net worth of over $1 million. New Yorkers, 5% have a net worth of over $1 million, which means 1 in 20 people in New York are millionaires. One in 20 people in New York that are bumping elbows and grinding and gnashing their teeth at each other are millionaires. I'm a millionaire. You have to be just to live there, right? It's a pretty staggering number, Deb. 5% of them, that means 1 out of 20 people in New York are a millionaire. Net worth. Net worth. %90 of the U.S. media. You think that we're under control of the U.S. media? I'm not going to get on a soapbox about it, but we are. They feed you what they want you to know. The angles they want it to be presented from. It's nothing like it used to be when Walter Cronkite just told you the news. He just said, this is what's happening. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over in Vietnam and investigate and make sure those numbers are accurate myself. He goes over and finds out, yeah, we've been lying. Those aren't the real numbers. Got some of the U.S. generals fired. That's real journalism and media, right? That's back in the old days. 90% of U.S. media, which includes TV and radio and the news, is owned by 6 corporations. 6 corporations telling us what to do and how to think, entertaining us, telling us this is what you watch. This is 6 corporations. Disney, CBS, Viacom, News Corp, GE, and Time Warner. Between those 6, there's other small ones, but between those 6, they own 90%. Be careful what you read and hear. Here's a scientific fact, I didn't know this one. How do you like this one? The light on your microwave. The light on your microwave uses more electricity than your microwave uses to heat up your food. What? It takes more electricity to light up the light on my microwave than it does to heat up my food. That's a pretty great rando facto. It's like, no energy at all. There you go. There's your instant mashed potatoes. But I gotta charge it for the light bill. You open the door, it flashed on. You close the door, it flashed off. Gotta charge it for the light bill. How much could the light bill be? How many times you open the door? It's not like you leave the door open so you can keep light on in the kitchen room. No one's powering the lights in their house. I mean, I'm not reading by the microwave. You open the door, you close it, you get a little burst, boop, okay, on, off. And it's using less energy than when I'm cooking a 5-minute heat 'em upper. Interesting. Greenie said, but the light's usually on when you're cooking. I didn't notice that. Is that true? Is the light on while I'm cooking? I probably didn't even notice it. It probably is. Yeah, it probably is now that I think about it. Okay, well then that adds a little bit. Okay. So it doesn't just go on and off like the refrigerator door. I never even thought of that. Okay. So you can watch it boil over. Okay. So now I'm starting to see a little more energy to run that thing, to run the round thing. This deserves more research. Let me look more into this and I'll get back to you. This one we have to find very interesting. Okay? I'll get back to you. Now, architects in China, specifically Hong Kong, they're thoughtful. They're kind. They're forward-thinking. They plan for a multitude of possibilities. As a matter of fact, we wish, just looking back, and I don't mean to be rude or anything here, we wish, looking back, that the architects of the World Trade Tower had learned some of the lessons of the Hong Kong architects. Pops, what are you talking about? Did you know buildings in Hong Kong have gaping holes in them? The reason why is to allow dragons to roam freely from their mountain homes to the sea. Boop, they can fly right through. We know eventually a dragon's got to be coming through here. So we're going to build a big old space right in the middle of the tower. And then the old dragons can fly right on through. Okay, that's thoughtful. That, my friends, is forethinking. Or I'm trying to turn this. Come on. That's forethinking. That's amazing planning. Go back just as 2001. Would have been nice to have a couple of those in one of our towers. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Imagine that they still believe in the dragons. They're culturally significant. Okay, Matthew Seliger has seen it. They're culturally significant. It's what I like about it. They're holding on to some of their legacy and some of their culture in their building designs. And even when they go to future, modern, they're still, holding on to a little bit of their culture there. So I dig it. I dig it a lot. All right. Has anybody ever wanted to be Santa Claus? Has anybody ever wanted to be Santa Claus? When I say that, I don't mean like the real Santa Claus where you have the magic powers of driving around sleighs and stuff. I mean mall guy. I mean the mall guy. Okay? I don't mean ring the bell guy. That's not Santa enough. That's just a ring the bell guy. I mean maybe even you go to children's parties. Children's party. File 13 wants to be a bad Santa. Has anybody ever wanted to just be a professional Santa? You're a professional now. What do you do for a living? I'm Santa Claus. I know it's July. What do you do for a living? I'm still Santa Claus. It's the middle of May. What are you going to do this week? I have a Santa Claus appearance. Really? When's your busiest period? Well, December, but I still do a lot of work in January and February. Really? Professional Santa Clauses? Did you know that they could find work year-round? Who's hiring Santa in March? I'm still looking for the little creature that's going to tell me if it's, what is it, Puxacani Phil. I'm still looking for Phil. I don't care about Santa anymore. I'm waiting for an Easter bunny to come by. Okay? Book ahead. Santa. How much work can you do? In Los Angeles, there's a Santa Claus University. It's a true story. I've seen it. I've seen the students walking in. There's a Santa Claus University. If you want to get a degree in being Santa, it's just like, clown school, like there's clown colleges. Seriously, clown college. How cool would it be to be a clown? I freaking love it. Maybe that's what we should have Brock do. Send Brock to clown college. You know what I'm talking about? Have him drive the car, that little car with everybody piles in and piles out. Brock's the driver, like every time. We should send Brock to clown college. That's what I'm saying. But no, we have a Santa Claus college, Santa Claus University. Okay? I have to talk to him about that. I'll sponsor him. Give him the horn. Okay? Santa Claus University. It teaches professional Santa Claus skills such as toy knowledge, poses. How many Santa Claus poses could there be? Sitting, standing, leaning on a reindeer. Poses? poses class has to last about half an hour. Poses? We're going to teach you how to sit with your knee where it doesn't touch anything private. Okay, that took about a minute. How do you teach a poses class? How long can a class like that possibly last? How many poses does Santa Claus have to get into? Santa, get down on your hands and knees and let the children ride on top of you. That's a pose? I'm quitting the university. I'm so confused by poses. I get toy knowledge. You could teach a lot of toy knowledge. Mattel this, and don't let them have a small that, and choking hazard this, and I get it. Okay? I'm happy telling you you're creepy. You don't have a class called No Boners 101. No. That's ew. Okay? How does Santa have pose class? What's he supposed to do? This? How do they do it? You know I can't do it. What the posing's going on? Santa's posing. And he gets 3 units for it. That's better than a USC basketball player. Guess what other class they teach them? This one's reasonable. Shelby's going, who in the world founded such a college? Well, I think here's another class, but this is a class we should take. How to avoid a Santa lawsuit. You know how sad our world's come to? Santa has to go to a university to learn how to keep from being sued by the little kid that's asking him for a red wagon in the mall. He has to take classes to learn. How did we get here? What are we talking here? Does he get an elf lawyer? I don't know. That's a good one. Elves become lawyers. Matthew is Santa risk mitigation. There's a whole new branch in his law, his firm. It's going to be Santa Claus litigation. First, he has to learn how to pose, and then he has to learn how to defend himself legally from whatever poses they taught him. There isn't a person in the world lets their kids still sit on Santa. Do they still do that? Does Santa still say, come and sit on my lap, little kid? Telling me what you want? Yeah, I don't even think there's malls, so we're getting away from the whole idea. Hags, they do? Man, we should stop that pretty soon. Poor Santa. He has to get a lawyer. He has a lawyer standing by. Or maybe everything's on tape. Final thing, though, we put up with all of this. Poor Santa. He has to go. He has to learn Santa Claus skills. He has to learn how to do toy knowledge, poses. He has to take law classes. He graduates from Santa Claus University and a professional Santa Claus, a reasonable one, an average professional Santa Claus, can make up to $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year. So one of the poses is how to go to the bank. One of the poses is how to cash checks. And I could see that. I mean, if you're doing guest appearances here, $5,000. I'll do Santa tonight, but that's $5,000. And I'm going to do another guest appearance this night. That's another $5,000. You could probably end up you're a good Santa. And they recommend you. This group's, oh, you got to get our Santa. He was the best last year. This our Santa will make your whole Christmas party. Next thing you know, Santa's doing guest appearances. Santa might even bring an elf or two with him. Huh? Oh, yeah. Spice it up a little bit. This isn't for kids anymore, kids. Okay? We're doing Hollywood movie star parties. I'd like 33,000 for me and another 7,000 for my elves. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of opportunities here. We have to get way past the mall Santa, though. It's just like when you're growing mushrooms. Anybody could grow one mushroom. Be like Pops. Like, how can I go? There's always opportunities. I picture myself being a Santa in the Hollywood Hills, booked every day on a Saturday, through the winter, and I could take the rest of the year off and continue to learn my toy knowledge, of course, right? Every year you have to go back and get a little brusher course on your toy knowledge, okay? All right. This is a true story. Research has told us this. Kitty, you don't see it? You don't see Papa Claus? You don't see Papa Claus? Being sarcastic, is there anybody here? Didn't we call ourselves sarcastic stoners? Didn't we? Nerdy would be a great Santa. Is that true, Kim? I would love to meet Nerdy in person. Didn't we call ourselves sarcastic stoners? And then most of us, the minute we say that, we think Jesus Christ in Australia. And then we still move on from there, right? Sarcastic. Some people think sarcasm is rude. Some people think, oh, well, that guy was sarcastic. Oh, yeah? Being sarcastic is believed to enhance creativity in all parties involved in the conversation. Even the person you're being sarcastic at, whether they realize it or not, they just, boop, I got a boost of creativity because I have to figure out, did they mean it? Didn't they? What did they mean? Where do I go with this? Rather than just a statement. You throw some sarcasm in there and say, boop, everybody's thinking harder. Some creativity, boom. I'm not saying do it all the time. But I'm saying I get that. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it, B. Hendricks? A little sarcasm goes a long way. And you don't necessarily want to do it with your boss, just to show them that you've got a creative brain. But people that are involved in sarcastic conversations are creating. It's kind of neat. Harry Houdini, everyone knows who Harry Houdini was, escape artist, right? He also went around debunking the mystic myths, the people that were doing mysticism. He didn't believe in it, so he spent all his extra time and as a hobby trying to debunk all of that. I didn't know this, but at one point he was hired by the United States Army in World War I. Killed by a gut punch, right, Slingy? That's right. Go ahead and hit me. You know how you can hit me? Oh, that one got me. He was hired by the Army in World War I. I hadn't heard this part of his story before. Part of his job was to sell U.S. war bonds. But behind the scenes, what that we didn't know was he was holding classes teaching the Army guys how to escape if they were caught, and most especially how to get out of their handcuffs from German restraints. He'd show them if they put you in German restraints, here's how you get out of it. How cool would that be to take a Harry Houdini class on escaping? Harry Houdini's in there teaching you how to slip out of the handcuffs. That's pretty neat. Getting paid for it. Hey, Harry, can you teach the boys? We'll get, can we have in their boot camp? Hey, that would be so cool. Did we miss that class? Harry teaching us how to escape, just in case. Yes, he was a mechanical genius. I'm going to end on this final. Hey, you guys, we've been doing rando factos all day. Is that okay? It's Friday. What year did LSD become illegal in California? The great Houdini. 1966. 1966, California said LSD is now illegal. Turn it into a Schedule 1. Give you a couple more. This is a very, very interesting one, but you have to get out your math paper and show your work. Because it's a neat one, but it's a formula I'll never remember. Because I'm not a farmer. But if I was a farmer, I'd memorize this formula. Isn't there a formula, Streety, if you're here, somebody help me out. Isn't there a formula of you'll see lightning and then you count something and then you'll hear thunder and the time in between means something? What's that formula? Every second is a mile away, or what is that story? Seriously, I don't remember. What's the formula for lightning to thunder time? 1 second per mile. That's what I think it is too. That's what we've heard, right? We'll just go with that. I mean, come on, who knows? None of us have done the research, but we're going to go with it. 1 second per mile. So I've done that too. I sit there and count. Beep, 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 beep. Oh! But I didn't know how far away it was. 1 second per mile. Okay. You know, a second's pretty long when you really, do it. You're looking at a clock, a little stopwatch, 10 seconds. It's like, that took longer than I thought it would. Anybody ever think that? I mean, time flies. It goes really fast, but sometimes I'm looking at 10 seconds go, geez, this is kind of click, 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 click. I'm like, and that's only 10 of them. Sometimes things go slower than I think. How about this? You know what I'm talking about, Cleanie? So we now know the formula for distance of lightning away from what we're hearing in the sound. Okay? According to the Farmer's Almanac, counting the chirps made by crickets can determine the temperature outside. So to convert cricket chirps to Celsius, I'm already confused. Can I just do Fahrenheit? No, I have to do Celsius. Okay, look at you geniuses. Jonathan K. and Kim are flying. They're sending formulas at us. They're sending formulas at us as how to convert the time. Let's get back to counting chirps from crickets. So to convert cricket chirps to Celsius, you count the number of chirps in 25 seconds, divide by 3, and then add 4 to get the temperature. I'm pretty confused. I have to write it down. You count the number in 25 seconds, 20, let's say. You divide by 3, that'd be what? 7, almost 7. And then you add 4, 7 and 4, that's 11. So it'd be 11 degrees Celsius outside. Now I have to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit for my brain. Marmar says, can we just get a thermometer, Pops? Yeah. Whatever, Marmars. We're doing it the natural way. Okay? and you have to show your work. If you're going to count a cricket and you're going to tell me what the temperature is outside, Ephraim, I want you to show me your work, okay? 30 chirps plus 40 equals 70 degrees. I'm so confused right now, I've already forgot the formula. Vegas is taking it to a whole nother level. Vegas goes, who even uses thermometers? You just say, hey, Alexa, what's temperature? Let me see if that's true. Hey, Alexa, what's the temperature? No, maybe. Hey, Siri, what's the temperature? Get out of here, Vegas. Get out of here. I've never done that in my whole life. Ever. Never once. My mind is completely blown. I have never once yelled out in the air. I don't ever want to count a cricket as long as I live. Vegas, I do it all the time. Now that is nature, man. Caitlin's giving us quite a deal there. She's, whoa, Caitlin, if anybody wants to get very specific, thank you, girl. She's giving us some information. Okay. Oh my God, I'm having fun this morning. I love doing randos. I love the stories involved in the story itself. You know what I'm talking about. Let's do a reading. I'm going to do a giveaway to you guys that you're going to like. And I might even do two. I think I'm going to do two before we go. But that means you have to listen to a reading. Give me 5 people say I'll listen to a reading. And Pops is going to try to give this away. I'm going to try to send that to somebody. Let's do a little reading. I actually had 2 for today because they're both short. One's called The Rabbit in the Garden, and the other one's called The Puppy in the Pound. The Rabbit in the Garden and The Puppy in the Pound. Let's just do it. In the movie Phenomenon, John Travolta's character has done everything he can think of to keep this pesky rabbit out of his garden. He's even put in fencing that goes 3 feet underground, and still everything he plants is nibbled through. Suddenly one night, he wakes and he realizes he's been going about this all wrong. In the moonlight, he quietly goes to his garden and he opens the gate. Then he sits on the porch and he waits. To his surprise, as he begins to fall asleep, the rabbit scurries out the gate. While he'd been trying to keep it out, the rabbit was actually trapped in his garden, and he was inadvertently keeping it in. How often do we barricade and fence up our lives against hurt and loss, thinking we're keeping painful things out when they're already trapped inside and eating at our roots? And all we have to really do is open the gate and let it out. The Rabbit in the Garden. That's really good. One more quickie here. Everybody, The Puppy in the Pound. everybody can love in the place where they are. We can all add our share of love without leaving the room. I like that a lot. At dinner, a friend who was interviewing for a job shared how she sometimes felt too eager for acceptance. She said she found herself inwardly yelping like a puppy in the pound. Pick me, pick me. We all laughed because we all do this. At some point of inner confusion, we assume that we are orphaned of all gifts and possibilities. During these painful internal times, we imagine we are so small in what we have to offer that we become desperate to belong at any cost. To make matters worse, we then hide parts of who we are, certain that a potential boss or partner or friend, if they were to know that thing about us, they couldn't possibly accept us. We're already craving acceptance. And now it's like, oh, if they knew this about me, they really wouldn't like me. So I'm going to withhold that part of me while I crave acceptance. Once inside this thinking, once you're there, stinking thinking, it's hard to repair. And the challenge repeatedly is to stop giving ourselves away. For what good is it if only a sliver of you remains? The little sliver you want me to see. What good is it if that's all you give me? That little part that reminds, the one that you're not afraid to share. What good if only your ear is accepted and the rest of your body must be kept out of view? Well, I know if you just see my ear, I'm okay, but if you guys saw the rest of me, if you saw what I look like inside, I'm only going to show you the clown face. I'm just going to show you the happy whippy yippy dappy. I'm not going to tell you the real me and what I'm going through. You won't accept me then. I'm not like you. What good if only your obedience and good manners are accepted and the rest of your passion and personality must be kept in hiding? Oh, when you're a good boy and you're acting appropriate, we like you around. When you're showing us how crazy you are and how passionate you are and how creative you are and how artistic you are and how you don't care about politics and bullshit. When you're showing us that part, oh, I don't know, maybe we don't. In truth, no one can live with a sliver. For slivers, even slivers of gold, are hard to hold on to. There's so much in both of those for me to unpack. I'll let you guys unpack it for yourselves today. There's so much in those for me to unpack. I don't want you to just see the slice of me. Deborah, it's not, the slice of me is the hypocrite of me. It's the phony baloney of me. It's the guy that I had been that I can't be anymore. I don't want you to, if you like me for that, then I'm a phony. Then you're like in a phony baloney situation. I want you to know who I am. I want you to like get the real me. Here he is. He even tells us goofy stuff, and he tells the truth, and he tells everything. He puts it all out there. And you take it or you leave it. And for a guy that would never do that, I had an image to keep. I got a situation to run. I got a business to run. I got cars that look the best. I got to have more people in the building than you have in your... That's where I come from. That's the mold that I'm breaking out of. You guys help me. And I mean that sincerely. This is how? Because by not wanting to count, by wanting to be the real guy, I have more friends and more connections, and more. My life is kinder, sweeter, and better than it could. I couldn't have imagined this. I couldn't have. When I'm a 6-year-old kid and they're going, what are you going to do when you're 65? I didn't know. I was going to be living in a community of the most amazing people, and that more and more people would join us every day to help push forward goodness and kindness. Who knew? But it's because I don't give a sliver of myself. And then I like you guys are like, oh, you're a little goofy on that. He's passionate though. You guys give me a chance to be passionate without turning me off. I sit here and I holler and yell at people on the phone in my dining room. And I get goofy and I laugh and I cry. You know what I used to do? Practice the sermon, man. Got it all written out. Everything's exactly what I gotta say. And then tell you a lie and then go out back and smoke marijuana. On my way home. Be a marriage counselor, and I haven't had sex with my wife in 10 years. But you're supposed to come to me and ask me how to run a relationship. And we're sitting there, phony baloney wife next to husband. That's all. They're telling you exactly how to run your marriage. You phony balonies. Driving home, didn't even admit that, hey, weren't we phony for about an hour just now? I think a lot of our therapists are phony balonies. I don't want you to just know a sliver of me. I don't want you to know just a sliver of me. And I don't want to just know a sliver of you. Let's do a giveaway. Let's give that fruit away. Okay? Thank you for letting me be passionate again here this morning. All right? And Captain, I do have pants on. All right? Thank you, Daniel C. Whew, I feel so good when I emote. Beautiful readings this morning. Bunny in the garden. And me and the puppy. Let's do a number 1 through 50. Go. Let's do a number 1 through 50. I want to give away this shroom to somebody. Let me send this to somebody. The first person in my screen that gets it correct, I'm gonna try to not edit this time. Let's just go with it. And guess who it is? It's already been won by, oops, sorry. It's a 40. That's a 40. And it's won by Efrain Moreno. Efrain Moreno. Efrain, I'd like to send you this. I want to send you this, but I'm going to need your address. So send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net. And I'm going to send that out to my friend and yours. One of our local counselors, we're all counselors, right? Efrain Moreno. And then can I do one more? Clear the deck. Don't do any numbers. Take all the numbers away. I'm going to do one more. What do you guys think? Should I do one more? How about this one? Let's send, these are squat, by the way. Should I send another one of these? Okay. Should I do true, false, or should I do numbers 1 through 50? Should I do true, false, or numbers 1 through 50? Which do you guys want me to do? True, false looks like it's winning so far. True, false looks like it's winning so far, because at least 3 people get a chance to win that way, right? We get 3 spinners. Okay. Let me see. If Mushmouth says true, false, then we're doing true, false. Mushmouth made the final decision. Okay? I love you, Mushy. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna do 3 true, false statements. You're gonna tell me if they're correct, true, or they're false. Okay? Let me find some. I wasn't. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a little human anatomy. All right, I'm going to read 3 statements. You're going to tell me if they're true or they're false. I take it back. We're going to do 4 statements. We're doing 4. Put your thinking caps on. Get a little paper out. Do something. You're doing 4, not 3. 4. Okay, you have to have 4 of them correct. The first 3 to get it correct in my book and on my screen, we'll move forward to the spin to win round. If I don't get 3 correct pretty quickly, we'll go with who we did. We're doing a 4-banger, Herbie. Here we go. There are exactly 4 blood types. True or false? Water makes up about 3/4 of the human brain and heart. True or false? The bones are composed of less than 25% water. True or false? Number 4. You have between 2 and 5 million sweat glands. True or false? Go. Have to have 4 answers. Got to have 4 answers correct in a row. Okay, I've got 2 people so far have it correct. 2 people so far have it correct. I have 2 people that have it correct. So far, I'm looking for, can I get one more in there? I'd like to get one more person in there. I've got 2 people. There he is. Okay. I've got 3 people. The first 3 people on my screen, I've got it. Now let me read the answers to you, and then I'll tell you who they were. The first one, there are exactly 4 blood types. False. While we are most familiar with the categories A, B, O, and AB, there are around 30 recognized ways to type blood. 30. Come on, man. That's way different than 4. 30. Water makes up about 3/4 of the human brain and heart. True or false? True. True. The brain and heart are 73% water, while the lungs are about 83% water. So when they say we got water on our brain, they're not lying. Number 3, the bones are composed of less than 25% water. False. Bones are made up of 31% water. I don't picture water in my bones, but I guess so. And finally, you have between 2 and 5 million sweat glands, meaning you're stinky. The average person has 2 to 5 million sweat glands, which is about 200 sweat glands per square inch of skin. Per square inch, Cleanie. So the answers were false, true, false, true. The answers were false, true, false, true. The 3 people I saw on my screen that had it correct is Pilar. Pilar, you're going to be number 1. Anthony Thornton, the brilliant one, number 2. Number 2. And Kevo, the little baby. Kevo, number 3. Okay? So here we go, kids. Anthony Thornton. Anthony, this is going to be fun. Congratulations. I'm going to be sending you this monster. Okay? Anthony, I need your address. I know you've sent it to me recently, but I deleted it. I'll need it again. Okay? So, Mr. Thornton, I'd like to get that from you, and I'll get that mailed out to you ASAP. Okay? You guys, it's Friday. We've been here for a long time, 77 minutes. I'm sorry we've been here so long. Go have a beautiful day. I love each and every one of you. Those are not just blah, blah words. I truly mean that my heart is open to everything we're doing here and all the people involved. It is truly open. I don't have a closed spot in it right now. I can't feel anything closed. And right now, I think all my hot dog water is cleaned up. I don't think I have any issues out there. If anything's going on and I've got anybody that needs, hey, Pops, you spilled some hot dog water on me, let me know. Let me know, please. I'll fix it. All right? You know how good a space that is? That's where we want to live. In a space where you're going, I'm pretty hot dog water clean. If I've spilled it on anybody, I've been cleaning it up as I go along. Go have a beautiful weekend, you guys. I love you. And I can't wait to see you next Tuesday. We're going to be talking to Brock this weekend about enrolling him in clown college. So talk to him about that Monday. See if he wants to do that, Kim. Free. Have a great weekend. You too, Kim. And Cleanie and File 13 and Daniel C. and B. Hendricks. And Deborah Pearl and Penny Pack, I love you too, my dear. Jimmy, all the way to the max. Mike Baraball and Love Slingers. Thank you, my friend. Happy Dirt Dude. Keep it rolling out there. Anthony Thornton, you are the man. File 14. 12, 14, 13. File 13. Jesus Christ in Australia. Green table, 5280. Half of the day. More than that. Let's just go all day. Daniel C. Efrain Moreno. Efrain, I'm going to get an address from him. I know I will. Efrain. And Niffer. Niffer, I love you, kid. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Ooh, that one hurt. That one hurt. Don't do that one. Higgs, I love you, Snap Caw-caw. I'm aiming my snap right now, actually. Nipper. Holly Cleany. Higgs, I love you, man. Mikey. Married with Michael Grady. Hit Meow Kitty. Deborah, you're a pearl. Jolie, come on down from on high. Godzilla, Holly. Daniel RX, there's my guy. CCS, I can't do anything without him. Carrie's so sweet. Vegas, have a wonderful extended birthday weekend. Two Hawks, caw, caw, Queenie and Marmars, and Anthony Thornton and Holly, and Mike and Herbie, and Jesus Christ, and Billy T, and CCS and Michael Patterson, Sean T, love you, man. MDK and Paige and CCS and our shrooms, and Hit Meow Kitty, and Daniel, and Jesus, and Alan. Good morning, Alan. And Mike and File 47, and Satter, and Holly, and Daniel Cunningham, MDK and Kimberly and Ephraim and Jesus Cristo and Justin White and CCS and little Kevo and Justin, he's just okay. He's a Med Rosie. Holly and Mike and Laws and Jesus Christ and married Michael. Hello, Emily. Hip Kitty. Thank you, Herbie. Von Furby Kebab. Did you see they're bringing out the new Furbies this year, Herbie? New Furbies coming out for Christmas. Danny Singleton, Mike, Pilar, you were that close. Herbie, Holly, Kim, Daniel, CCS, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Love, D. Anderson, my guy, B. Hendricks, Nippy, Marmars, Alan S. Martin. Thank you, my friend. Jesus Christ. In Australia? Nerd Nature, caw, caw. Have a beautiful weekend, you guys. Out. Spread kindness as you caw, caw.